Hello, good morning everyone. Welcome back to this lovely Saturday morning. I think it's approaching lunchtime now. So today for me is today drinking later on after I've done a little bit in the van. Right, today I'm going to be running power to the extractor fan, to the fuse panel underneath the bed. So I'm going to get that powered up so we've got some ventilation. And also today I want to put in 4 sockets, 2 in the living quarters of the van, 1 on shore power and 1 on the inverter. I'm going to put 2 single sockets within the garage, 1 on shore power and 1 on the inverter power. So one's in the quarters of the van. I'm going to be just temporarily putting anyway, just fixing them to the bed there. So I say temporarily because we're going to have a kitchen there area, so it's just means of power, so we can use it, or I can use it for power tools, etc. in here. Is the plan for today. So it's only going to be a short video because like I say, it's Saturday. I'll have a drink. See you shortly. Right, so back in the old little cubby hole in the back of the van. Right, so just going to have 2 single sockets with the back boxes, and these are going to be in the garage, so I'm going to situate these side by side, one there and one next to it, come down with the tails, one into the shore power and one into the inverter power, then link that off on each into the living quarters, into the sockets there. Here we go. So I've just drilled a 32mm hole with a hole saw, just go through there beside the inverter, so I can have power coming behind the consumer units into the box section, through into a socket, then back through. Point the camera in the right direction for you guys. Cable coming through into the sockets, then coming out and going back through the same hole, then I'll go around the edge, around the corner into the living area. Right, so I'll just run the cable and that for I'm doing the inverter power first, the socket, and I'll drill a hole in there as well for the shore power. So I was going to concentrate on one thing first in case I get myself all confused, which is very easy. Just putting on the little terminal crimps. With the old crimping tool. Just a nice little tidy job. So what I'm also going to do is, because this cable I drilled through the box, I'm just going to put a cable tie around the cable that's entered from behind. Just so then it won't get pulled through. Not that it will do, because nobody's going to be behind there to put it, but obviously with the vibration of the vehicle moving, it might, you never know, it might do, but it's just peace of mind. Again, it's always nice to do extra than less. Less to go wrong. Right, progress so far. Run the tails up there. This is for the inverter socket. So I'm going to connect the socket up that on that, screw it in, then go into the living area and put a socket on there. Then I'm going to come back into garage and that to do the shore power. And what I'm going to do as well, I've got one of those brother machines, label machines. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just identify, because no, I'm going to forget which one's which. But they're pretty good, those label. They spit it out. Whatever you put on it, they spit it out. Right, so that's where I'm locating the 2 sockets in the living area. Just connected up the socket for the inverter side. So I'm now going to attach that. Then I'm going to start on doing the shore power. Oh, it's getting closer to that point. There we have it. We have 2 single sockets in the back in the garage, all pre-wired into the consumer units and into the lounge area. So this is in the lounge area, kitchen area. So I've got to tidy this up yet. I'm going to stick them along there. I've left plenty on there because eventually I'm going to be putting sockets around here somewhere up above the kitchen area, away from the sink. So I think I'm going to have the sink down that end, I think, and the hob down this end. So I'm going to have the electrical stuff probably just down here, one on top of each other, possibly, but early days yet. Not sure what I'm going to do because I don't make no plans. I just go for it and just think if it looks right, it's right, and I'll do it and I'll stick to it. If it don't look right, then I don't do it and I'll just correct myself and do something else. Right, I'm just going to tidy that up. Show you in a minute. And there we have it, 2 double sockets in the lounge area. Well, I'm just going to go and test it, see if it all works. Right, so that's the sockets all wired up. I'm just going to test now the RCD side of things. Alright, that's on, power points are on, lid falling off. Right, so plug in, switched on, put it on the 30 milliamp, do it times 1 and 20. Excellent, pass. Right, I thought I'd charge the old power station up, see what's how that will go on the inverter through the 230. So it was on 24% on the power station, now it's on 27. So I'm going to see how it goes, then see how much power is left on the old battery. So I've got it on the battery as well as on the solar panel as well, so it's all connected up. See how we go. Right, now I'm just figuring out where I'm going to run the cable for the maxi air dome. So it's going to run 12 volt supply along. I need to go up and along up there. So we get some flexible conduit and run the cable in there. But what I'm going to do is probably run some other cables in there as well for lighting. But I'm not too sure where I want it yet. So back in a sec. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to worry about the other lighting in the van yet. So I've got to get another couple of switches to do 2-way switching. So one on the bed, one as you come in the side door. So I'll do that another day. So I'm just going to concentrate on doing the dome max air dome. Then yeah, just run the cables down to that and just get that working. That's the plan. Always the plan. So what I've done, hold on, let me turn you around. I've just measured the flexible conduit, so I'm going to go through there, down, because there's a gap at the back, up the top there, so I don't have to drill anything. Through there, down, and down to the bottom, underneath the bed, and that will take us to the point where the fuse box is, just beyond there. Right, so I run the cable from that point where I'm going to be connected up to the air dome, and what I was going to do is come down and go into there, but I found that was difficult. But then I found there was a hole up here, so just go along there and down. Should have seen me struggle, and I saw that hole. Right, back in the garage again. Right, what I'm going to be doing, cable, as you see from the other side down. So what I'm going to put is a saddle, just attach a saddle on there. I was going to drill a hole in there, but what's the point? So just put a saddle on there. I'm going to clip these cables with something which I haven't got at the moment, I don't think. But I'm just going to wire it into the fuse box, get it working up the other side. Then I'll tidy the cabling up afterwards. Right, so what I've done, so I put it into the live, put it into the neutral, and I've just put some tower clips up there. Not too sure if I like that. I think it's something else, but I've got the flexible conduit and just saddled up there, so I can run more cables up through that. It's quite easy actually as well, just to feed them up through there. It's not so many bends. Now what I'm going to do is go and connect up the fan, wire that in, connect that up, then come back down and put a fuse in, then put the fan on. Right, so what I'm doing now for a temporary thing is just putting these Wagos on, connect up power to for the fan. The reason I'm putting the Wagos in there at the moment is I'll probably keep them on there anyway, but I've got the light to go with this fan as well, so that needs to be wired into the same circuit. So that's why I'm just putting those on for now. But again, they are good, always use them. I'll just keep them in there. So that's them connected up. I was going to go and put a fuse. It's got a fuse in this fan anyway, 5 amp fuse. So I'm just going to go and put just a 5 amp fuse in the fuse box. Then switch it on. It'll work, supposedly. Right, put a fuse in there. Couldn't find a 5 amp, so I just put a 3 amp in there. Perfect. Fine. Right, moment of truth. Switched on. Yeah. Oh yeah. Nice. Excellent. Right, there we have it, guys. I'm going to end that video now. I have received, probably for the next video, I'm going to be doing the curtains. So I managed to find some curtains for a Renault Master, and the track I've got from a company. It's through eBay. I can't remember the name of the company. Fingers crossed they'll be all right. So you got the tracks. Right, so basically put tracks on along. It's not going to go on that surface. I'll put a wooden frame around that box section. But you've got like a track that go along the bottom and along the top, and the curtains just slide. So what I'm going to do, I've got some carpet as well, carpet liner. So what I'll be doing when I've done the box section on this side, well actually I'm going to do that last. If we get to the sliding door, because I'm not going to do box section on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to carpet on there, then I'm going to run the track down from that point all the way down to around about there, and the same above. So I want to carpet that bit, because then eventually I'm not going to carpet the whole door. I'm going to carpet to about there, then I'm going to ply the whole lot. So with the ply I'll be putting carpet on the ply. Right guys, so that's going to be the next video, possibly. But anyway, thanks for watching guys. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers for now. Bye bye.